Well, today is a good day for this. It's a little bit rainy. So what we're going to do is two things. We're going to take a walk through this, which is a classic deserted New England village, which was occupied from the, mid 1700s, probably up until just after the Civil War. And we're going to follow the proper road that leads us down in there. And so there'll be a few things I want to point out to you guys, but the thing that I really want to do, and why I picked today, because it's just kind of sketchy weather, is I want to go to an area, a part that I had never been to before, and I'll explain why. I always thought that was pretty wild. So that's an old field. It's squared off right there. Obviously there's a wall, and there's a wall right there. And the river has just taken over. But it's beautiful. So this big chunk of public space land, which I've explored many a times through the years, I just realized there's a chunk of it, like way over there. Like pretty far away, way over there. That's landlocked. Meaning this road does not lead to it, and I've got to figure if there's a way for me to get over there and explore. Why do I want to do that? Simply because I have not been there. Well, first point of interest was gonna show you. I logged it. Well, this is where the mid 1800s school teacher lived. That's what's left of the cellar hole. That's now been swiped and wiped. And see, this is what alarms me, is where I want to go look. It had to be old farmland. It's just too much land. And hopefully when I get out there, if I can get out there, it's not pulverized. Yikes. Now, you guys have heard me say it before, and I'm not against logging. I understand it needs to be done and such, but it's the way they do it, the way they leave it. There's a wall behind that. Why would you just dump it, leave it looking like a mess like that, especially since, this is now to be recreational space, and then you just leave it like that. Oof. Not to mention what it does for, the animals. It really changes the environment for them. And actually, speaking of changing the environment, I pretty much walked right past it because I couldn't tell anymore. Well, that's where the schoolhouse was, not too far off from where the teacher lived, as usual, and you can't even tell anymore. Yeah. All right. Well, that's what's left of that. And right there would have been the site of the church. And then mixed amongst the rolling hills, we have all kinds of, old farms. And it was just a little tight little community. Unfortunately, they haven't logged right in here, which they may, so let's document what is left of the church foundation. So if I come back in a couple of years from now and it's gone, we know what it looked like in 2022. So this would have been essentially almost kind of like the little center of the village, where you would have had your school, your church, the teacher lived there, there's a farm there, there's a farm there. But where I want to go is out there, which I'm not even sure if it's possible. I'm going to head up the road a little bit and try to zip over. And hopefully the forest is still intact. I walked up the road as far as I think I needed to go. And this might be the way across. And as you can see, it's not improved land. I know for a fact it's all wet down in there. That's the big chunk that's got us landlocked. But I'm hoping we can skim across here in between the old road over to where there may be more farmland. Just so I know if people were doing things out there, because again, what I just walked through was just dilapidated, shredded, smashed, and thrashed. And you know, we hadn't mapped it up until this point. You'd never know now walking through. All right, let's give it a go. It's terrible in here. Just absolutely terrible. I could be taking a long walk out to swamp. That's all right. Today's a good day for it. Swampy enough. The only thing I'm getting lucky with is this game trail. It is leading me in the southwesterly direction. That's where I need to go. Actually losing visibility, as in I can't see too far into the woods, which I'd much rather have it this way. Well, ravine, lots of rocks, big hill, forest. It's all forest, but seen a little bit of opening up there. A little break from the New Hampshire rainforest. Okay, we're getting into older logging because we have some ruts. Newer grow back. Wow, what a big piece of land. Still no rock walls. Oh jeez, banana peels. You can see I'm soaking wet, so everything's slick. That's not a rock wall, that's from logging. Whoa, big piece of heavy equipment left. Nice, the steamroller out here. Well, there's no pavement at all. Okay, so we broke on through to where we want to be. That was 1 mile and took 50 minutes. So that goes to show you how slow I was moving through that bush. All right, let's see what is on the other side. Well, 10 minutes in, we have wall finally. So this little island of land definitely was being farmed, and on the other side of the wall, it's definitely being logged. Big, nice, healthy corner. So multiple squares. And holy mackerel. One big beauty still standing out here. That's 4 feet across. Easily. Wow. And it looks like it's right in line of the wall. Wow, that thing's awesome. So following the wall off to my right, but it's very wet. Still hard to imagine 200 years ago, all wide open. Definitely livestock pasture. It's not improved, but I want to see where this wall goes. We'll follow it to the end if there is one, and that's it. Well, our wall squares off. It does keep going into this one. Guess we'll look around a little bit more. It's an odd trench. Definitely looks like it was done by machine a long time ago. Yeah, well, massive old stump. That's probably from logging 100 years ago, or somewhere in the early 1900s. Jeez. Definitely the jungle edition today. Wow. So all we've established is this is all old pasture. I mean, that would have been 1, 2, and then the ones on the other side, that's 4 squares. So the old home site that it's associated with could be with there is a road over there where there were some old places. We came through there, and that is the eventual landlocked swamp. But I'm glad I took the misty day to finally get out here. It's been a long time since I've been thinking about it, and now I know what's out here. Jungle, which is better than logged. Alright, I'm out of here. I will see you soon, but one thing is for certain, I am not going back the way I came in.